Well, you know, I hate to be too cynical about it, but why don't we just write a $1 trillion check to China? All right? Make it easy. Well, here's somebody that I think will stop that. Joining me now is Congresswoman Cathy McMorris Rodgers from the state of Washington, soon to be the chair of the Energy and Commerce Committee. God bless you, Cathy. But you know what? I don't want to be too cynical, but I'm reading all these things. DOE touts $200 million grant to lithium battery company, but the company operates from China. All right. There's another one, Lithium America. There's another one, Lanza Tech. This is worse than Solyndra years ago. Solyndra was just stupid, bad investments by the energy. This is a giving money to China. Why don't we just give them a $1 trillion check and be done with it? Think of it, you know, as like a refundable tax credit to the country of China. Keep the Goths and the Visigoths out of America. I mean, what are we doing here? I don't get it.
I don't either, Larry. It makes no sense. But it is true that there are hundreds of billions of dollars that have gone out the door and potentially benefiting China. The Biden administration has been giving China a break from day one. They're more interested in their rush to green policies, even though it's making us dangerously dependent upon China. And we've known that China controls the supply chains around wind and solar and batteries. You know, China doesn't have the natural resources that we do. And yet this is an administration that is sending lots of money, millions, hundreds of billions of dollars to China that has the worst environmental records, the worst human rights records, instead of while locking down American energy. We need to unleash American energy. We do it better than anywhere else in the world. It's cleaner. We have the cleanest water, the cleanest air of most countries around the world. We're leading we could lead the way on energy. It's so foundational to our economy, our national security, and we need a major reset on energy.
You know, Kevin McCarthy was on last night, Cathy, and I said to him, H.R. 1, open the spigots for oil and gas. And he said yes. And then he said, doesn't that just give you a chill when you hear? It does. It gives me a chill down my spine. That's how important it is. But my other point, Cathy, is if you had good permitting reform, you know, honest, real permitting, then you could go in and mine the resources you just described. Because we do have the best resources. We don't have to go to China for lithium and nickel and all the rest of it to make batteries. I mean, so the permitting bill comes into this, but now all of a sudden nobody's talking about that.
Oh, yes, we are ready, Larry. We have the legislation ready. We've been advocating for unleashing American energy, returning to the days of American energy independence. We had finally achieved that in 2020, and yet this administration, since day one, has been shutting down American energy, the Keystone Pipeline, other pipelines, other plants, slow-walking energy plants. We are going to have the legislation ready, as well as the permitting reforms that we are desperate for in this country. It is difficult to mine, to manufacture, to process, to build in the United States of America because of the permitting, the regulatory burdens that are adding years and adding substantial costs to every project in the United States. So we need the NEPA reforms, we need the permitting reforms, and we're going to be ready to do this because we believe it's so foundational to the promise of America for everyone, that we have energy. You can't do anything without energy. And so we will be ready on day one to move forward.
All right, well, that's great news. Last one, Cathy. Energy and Commerce Republican leaders, that's you, demand a briefing with TikTok about the exploitation of kids on that platform. And you know what? You should get a briefing. Maybe you've had the briefing, but I think we should throw TikTok out. Not only are they doing damage to the kids. In fact, there was another story in the paper today about crap that they had on their platform, but they're spying on us. They're taking our information and spying on us. I'll give you the last word on this.
Well, I'll just say I'm a mom. and it is so frightening. I have 3 school-age kids, and the more we learn about TikTok, the more scary it is. 50% of our kids in the United States are on TikTok. This is a company that is controlled by the Chinese Communist Party, and the impact that they're having on our kids, the child exploitation, pain, it is so fundamentally wrong, as well as the data that they're collecting and storing in China. We need to pass the privacy bill that I've been working on in the House that would force these companies to be more transparent, for us to know when they have data being stored in China. And we will get TikTok in front of the Energy and Commerce Committee. We will have those hearings, and we will make sure that they're held accountable. And ultimately, I tend to agree that TikTok is so dangerous that we need to shut it down.
Yeah, I mean, look, we shut down Huawei. They were spying on us. TikTok it's a different, but they are. And that's cybersecurity is being damaged, personal information, and the kids, what they're doing, as you just said. So this is why, look, I wish you the best of luck as the incoming chair for the Energy Committee. We need it. We need good solid. Even if the greenies were smart, they'd want better permitting. Anyway, Cathy McMorris, Rodgers, thank you ever so much. Best of luck. Folks, please.